Hello everybody! So today I have such an exciting video planned. First, I have to get the disclaimer out of there. This is my first time filming in my actual filming setup with my new camera, so, you know, just bear with me if I'm out of focus, if it's too bright, if it's not bright enough. If I keep looking here, that's because that's where my viewfinder is, so I keep looking here to make sure I'm in focus and everything. I'm going to try to be good about actually talking to the camera, but if you see me looking here, that is why. So just bear with me for a second, but I have such an exciting video. Wet n Wild, who God bless Wet n Wild, they sent me their entire 2019 collection, so we are going to try it all out. Look at these, look at these. They sent me these like fat ass books of makeup. So we have their liquid lipstick. I feel like a first grade teacher, like reading to the class, but it's more exciting because it's makeup. So liquid lipstick and eyeshadow collection. So these are their new liquid Catsuit High Shine liquid lipsticks, and then these are all of their new, oh, I was testing colors out. These are all of their new liquid Catsuits, and there's a bunch of different like types of them. There's like glitter ones, there's metallic ones, and then there's matte ones, which are super interesting. And then we have their bronzer and highlighter collection. So they came out with 4 bronzers, 4 of these new loose highlights, which these new loose highlights, like the loose highlights from Wet n Wild, are some of my favorites. And then the Mega Glow highlighting powders down here. They came out with 2 new shades. They've already had these, but these are some new shades. And then last but certainly not least, the primer and foundation collection. So they came out with a stick Photofocus foundation with 21 shades. Now the picture, I hope that the picture doesn't really do it justice. I will show you. There's 21 different shades. Again, they're deep shades. They only have a handful, so that's what their shade range looks like. I hope that the pictures are deceiving, because I just, you know, this could be expanded a lot more, but what's new? But they sent me 4 of their lightest shades. I have tried the stick foundation out a couple times. I wanted to try it to really see the kind of wear of it, because it is a foundation. And then they sent me their new primer waters, which I've never tried a primer water before, so we're just gonna give it a go, and we're gonna sit here and talk and kind of first impressions. Some of these things, again, some of these things I've tried, some of the things I haven't, so we're just gonna sit and do makeup and have some fun. So let's just get right into it. First thing, my skin is so not hydrated right now, so I am going to use some of these primer waters. Today I'm going to use the coconut one. I actually used the cucumber one today, like earlier today when I went to work. I really like it, but the scent is a little strong on the artificial cucumber. It doesn't, I was expecting like the Mario Badescu cucumber, which is very, very natural cucumber smell. This is like kind of artificial sweet cucumber smell, so not my favorite. I hate rose, so I'm not even gonna touch the rose one. I will give it to my friend who loves rose scented, but I want to try the coconut one, so I'm just gonna get it going here. The mist is super nice. I also really like the smell of this one. It's like sweet coconut smell for sure, but it's a little bit more subtle than the cucumber one. But so what I did today for work is I didn't moisturize my skin. I just tried the primer water, and then I put on the stick foundation and gave it a try. So I will get into my thoughts on the foundation when we get to it. But I actually want to start with eyes, because I have no idea what I want to do for eyes. So just in case there's any fallout, because I think I want to use one of the glittery ones, you know the deal. So we're going to start with eyes. I have no idea. I'm just gonna pick out a couple shades that I think look interesting. Ooh, that one's really cool. I don't know if you guys, can you see the like glitter in there? It's like purple and green, which is interesting. I'm really intrigued by this. It almost looks like concealer. I wanted to try to see if I could use one to like carve out my brows, but these are all kind of interesting colors. Might do that yellow one. We'll see. And then, I don't know, this like gold one looks kind of interesting. I feel like the color choices are a little weird with these. Like there's kind of this like green gold. There's of course like a blackened gold one. There's kind of like this like taupey one. Come on, focus. Focus on this. There's kind of this like taupey one. I don't know. I feel like their colors are just like a little interesting in my opinion. But who knows? I mean, it could be really good. I love this primer water. It really makes, like, look how pretty it made my skin look. Like, very dewy, but not too gross, and it feels nice and soft on the skin and nice and moisturizing. So I just went ahead and pulled out my Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadows because I figured we might as well stick with as much Wet n Wild as possible in this video because why not? I do really, really freaking love these eyeshadow palettes. Just in case you're wondering my opinion on them, I really, really do love them. I really want to do a like soft nude, maybe kind of pinky nude lip because there's just a shade in here that like is screaming my name. So I don't really know what to do for eyes, but I am going to prime my eyes real quick. I'm gonna use my Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer. I have been obsessed with this recently. Okay, I'm maybe thinking like a blown out kind of cranberry eye with this on top because it just looks so interesting and so pretty. I'm gonna swatch it real quick. This is called When Stars Align. Oop, that was like the shittiest swatch of life. I'm not a very good. Nobody said I was a professional with this. Can't decide if I want to do that one or there's this one that is called Fairy Tale Ending. Ooh, that one's very sheer. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a taupey purple. I don't know, none of these are like screaming my name, to be honest. That's why the color selection is kind of weird. They didn't go for like, you know, popular colors. They kind of went for, I don't know, more unique ones. Which like is good and bad. And then that one's really, really cool. That one's called Black is the New Black. Yeah, it's called Black is the New Black. True. And there's this one. This one is called Gunmetal. This one's one of the like, so there's like metallic finishes and then there's shimmer finishes. So all the ones I just swatched were shimmer finishes. This one's a metallic finish. So that one looks like. Not bad. The thing is that I want to do this lip color so bad and then potentially like this with a little bit of this in the center. So I really want to do a like soft pinky lip, a little bit romantic, maybe a little sexy. So maybe I'll do like a slate gray. Maybe do like a black smoky eye and a nude pinky lip. Maybe kind of like Valentine's Day-ish. I don't know. Let's go for that, see what happens. So since I'm going to do more cool tones on the eyes, I'm going to go with the Nude Awakening palette from Wet n Wild. So I'm first going to take this transition shade and pop it in the crease. I think we're just going to do something like blown out. Let's zoom you in because I can do that now. Wow. Okay. So just going to blend that through the crease. The only thing I don't like about this primer is that it's not tinted. So if you have super strong veins in your eyes, it may not be your favorite. Then I'm going to take this darker shade right here with a kind of domed shadow brush. Ooh, these have so much fallout. And I'm going to pop that in the crease as well. And I'm just going to keep building it up and buffing it out. Okay, then I'm going to take my favorite little detail brush, which is the Sigma E45. I'm going to go in with the black from the palette. I'm going to keep it really, really low all the way across the eyes. So just go back and forth in the lowest part of the crease, pretty much on the eyelid. I'm just going back in with my blending brush. We're keeping her kind of simple today, but I'm not mad about it. Do I want to do this blackish gold or do I want to do the like metallic? I feel like the metallic makes more sense with the gray and the pink potentially. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the metallic. So this is the metallic liquid eyeshadow in Gunmetal. And I'm going to have a little buffer brush standing by so that I can kind of buff the edges. Ooh. So I'm just going to pop that all over. Up into the crease. Ooh. Oh, you're so pretty. Wow. Oh, they're so easy to work with too. I hope it doesn't flake. I'm just going to softly buff the edges a little bit. Just so it's not like a crazy, crazy harsh line. I'm gonna let that dry. Oh, this is such an easy smoky eye. I love it. Okay, I'm gonna let this dry for a minute. I'm also going to fill in my eyebrows really quick off camera because my camera's overheating, so I need to let it cool down for a minute. So just give me 1 minute. Okay, so far so good with these. These are so freaking glittery. They aren't cracking, they don't feel heavy, they don't feel stiff on my eyes. I did layer it up a little bit right here and it layered fine. So I'm really, really excited about these. These are acting so far like the Stila liquid glitters. So I'm very, very excited. I want them to come out with more shades. If this is how it's gonna be, I want 10 more shades of these at least. Before I finish up my lower lash line, I am going to move on to the face. So we're going to take the Wet n Wild Photofocus Stick Foundation. Now, if y'all remember, the OG Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation was not my favorite. In fact, I ranked it as my least favorite foundation in my collection like last year. It didn't look right on my skin. It smelled weird. Like, I just wasn't a fan of it. Like I said, I have worn this. I wore this all day today. I found that it wore on my skin really, really nicely. It blends in. I prefer it blending in with a sponge. I did try it with a brush yesterday, but I didn't like how it felt, so I ended up mixing it with a different foundation, so I don't really know how truly well it stayed that time, but today it stayed on really, really well. I do touch up my face, and I had to touch up my face, but like, I touch up my face no matter what foundation I'm wearing, so like, that's not really a concern of mine. I am in the shade Porcelain, and it fits me really, really nicely, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just layer it on. Now, I don't know if, because like I said, I'm not a stick foundation gal. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques sponge and start blending. I'm not a stick foundation person, so I don't know if this is common of a lot of stick foundations, but when you first put it on, it feels like putting on an Elmer's glue stick. And like, I haven't tried a ton of stick foundations, but every single time I do, that's what it feels like. Is that just like a common thing for stick foundations? Like, is that just like the stick foundation trademark, is feeling like a glue stick? Or are those just like the crappier ones? Like, as soon as I blend it in, the sponge is not wet enough. I need to go wet this more. As soon as I blend it in, it feels fine. But once when I first apply it, I'm just like, ugh, so gross. Okay, so y'all saw how much I applied of that foundation, and I would say it's a solid like medium coverage right now. I still have like some pink poking through here and a little bit of you know, acne-age. It does have kind of a like satin finish, which is what it said it was supposed to provide. It said it's supposed to provide medium to full coverage with a satin finish, and it's supposed to be like, you know, it's photo focus, so it's supposed to be like, you know, look really nice in photos. So I'm just going to build it up a little bit more, just like on areas where I feel like I need it a little bit more. On my mustache. Oops. Make sure you twist this all the way down before putting the lid on. And like I said, it feels really, really heavy when you first apply it, but as you blend it in, it goes away. That like heavy feeling. This foundation looks really, really freaking nice. Like, it looks like skin, it doesn't look heavy, it still has that nice glow to it. Like, I really like it. How many times can I say like? Take a shot every time I say like. Don't do that, you'll get alcohol poisoning. Maybe just take a sip if you want to get drunk every time I say like. You'll probably get drunk. This foundation is really, really pretty. You still see some like imperfections poking through, so this definitely isn't like full coverage, but like I'm not really mad about it because it looks stunning on the skin. So I'm just going to continue through with the rest of my makeup. I don't have a Wet n Wild concealer that I am particularly enjoying right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my Colourpop concealer. This is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and this is in the shade Fair 5. I'm not really highlighting with it, I'm just kind of adding more coverage because this isn't necessarily a highlight shade for me right now, but just kind of going over those kind of pink areas of my skin. Okay, then I'm just going to go ahead and powder my face like I normally do. I don't have any Wet n Wild powders to talk about, but I have two of my favorite powders that I've been using every single day. I'm going to set my under eyes with my LA Girl Pro Powder in Banana on my Delium Tools tapered highlighting brush. And I kind of pack it on and then sweep it off. Ooh, my under eyes look super yellow. Oops. Oh well. And then I'm going to take my CoverGirl Clean Professional powder. This has been my favorite powder of all time. I'm going to take my foundation sponge, and I'm not really like baking, I'm just kind of setting my face with it. This has been how I have been setting setting my face for the last like 2 weeks. It just like makes my skin look so nice and makes it last so long, and it makes it look like freaking it makes it like freaking like bulletproof. This is why I never do my eyebrows first, because I always get freaking powder in my eyebrows and I hate it. I don't understand how people do their eyebrows first. If you can do it, more freaking power to you, because I just don't. I don't get it. Okay, next we're going to move on and bronze up the skin a little bit. They have 4 different shades here. This one is like super sparkly. This one's called Palm Beach Ready. This one is called Ticket to Brazil. It's very warm. This one is Sunset Striptease. This one I thought was gonna be like pretty cool tone, but actually on my skin tone it's like perfect. It's really nice, so that's what I'm gonna use. And I might try a little bit of this one too, just to, because I don't have a blush to try, so I might just use bronzer as blush. And then there's this one that is called What Shady Beaches. Sorry, it would help if I showed it. This one is called What Shady Beaches, and this one is gonna be way too dark for me. And then I want to use this highlight, which is in the shade You Glow Girl, which hopefully this is a good omen, because my favorite highlight of all time from Dupe That and Ofra is called You Glow Girl. So we're gonna give that one a go. So let's get on to some face. So I'm gonna take the Color Icon bronzer in the shade Sunset Striptease. Like I said, like compared to all the rest of them in the packaging, this one looked the most cool toned, but on my skin it is very nice. And I like that it's not like super crazy right off the bat. Like you have some time to really kind of build this up. And you can build it up, like got a pretty good thing going here. There is a little bit of kick up, not near as much as the eyeshadows, but it's really nice. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it. Nothing crazy though. I really like this. Honestly, I've used this the past 2 days and I have no complaints. I'm gonna take that down the sides of my nose. Okay, and then I'm gonna take the shade Palm Beach Ready, which is super glittery. I'm actually gonna take this on my Delium Tools. Oh, this is the tapered highlighting brush. What is this one called? Golden Triangle Tapered Contour Brush, even though I use it for highlighting. Anyways, I'm gonna take it on this guy and just kind of brush over my cheeks with it. Lightly dust this across my cheeks to kind of act as blush, but it's like bronzer. Do you see that sheen that it gave? It's really nice. She's really cute. So then we are going to go in with highlights. So these are the loose highlighting powders. This is the shade You Glow Girl. It's like, from what it looks like, it's like an icy kind of pink shade, which are some of my favorite highlighting colors. I'm just going to open it just like a little bit. I'm not going to fully take off the little peel thing, you know. But I do find, since these are loose highlighting powders, I do find that they work best with a damp brush, and then it gives you like an insane highlight. So I am just going to use a little bit of setting spray You could probably use that primer spray if you got it. And I don't want to wet my brush too much, but I am going to just dust that into the lid. You don't have to use these wet, but I find that they're more intense and they last longer and they stay like where they're supposed to when they're wet. Because when it's loose, it can get a little all over the place. This one is a little bit dark for my skin tone. If I turn, I can kind of see it. So just be wary if you are around my, do you see? Oh, that's a little bit dark right there. Dang it. I'm just gonna grab a little bit of a lighter highlight real quick just to pop on top of it. If you're like way more pale than me, you probably can't use that one. I'm just gonna pop a little bit of my BH Cosmetics Spotlight Highlighting Palette just right on the apples of the cheeks. Ugh. I have such shiny cheeks right now. Just to kind of lighten it a little bit. Ooh, girl. Ooh, she's intense. Anyways, let's finish up the lower lash line really quick. I'm just going to take, we're going to keep it smoky, and I'm going to take the black on just this little detail kind of shader brush, and I'm just going to pop it. I think I'm going to keep the inner corner open, and then I'm going to take the same blending brush. Where are you? Where am I gonna, where'd you go? Hello? I'm gonna take the same blending brush that we used on our upper lash line with that dark gray right here, transition shade. I'm just going to buff it out even more. I really hope, because I know this camera has like a filter option, which I don't want to use at all. And right now in my little viewfinder, my skin looks very poreless. So I really hope when I go back and edit this, it doesn't have like a weird filter. So far, none of my settings say that, but I freaking hope so. So if that ends up happening, I'm going to be very devastated, but I'm still going to put this video up because your girl hasn't put a video up in way too long. So again, just freaking bear with me. And then to tie in the pink, and then the pink that we're gonna do on our lips, I think I'm going to pop a little bit of this, stay, in the inner corner. Just gonna drag this, just like super lightly applying it. Okay, and then I'm just going to pop on a little bit of eyeliner. Nothing crazy. I'm just going to take the Wet n Wild Megaliner. I didn't even know I still owned this. Just like this little guy. Didn't know I owned it. But it's here. And then I'm just going to do a super thin line. I normally do for looks like this. I'm not really doing eyeliner to do eyeliner. I'm really just doing eyeliner to make it easier to apply fake lashes. Because I'm lazy and kind of like I can apply lashes, but I can't get them super close to my eyes. Oh, this just makes my life so much easier. So just if you want to, do it. And then I'm going to go pop on some lashes really quick, and then we will be back to do the lips, which I'm the most excited about. Okay, be right back. Alright everybody, so I have my lashes on. These are the Kiss Faux Mink lashes in the style Camisole. They are my favorite lashes in the entire world. And then I did pop on mascara, and I did put a little bit of eyeliner on my lower waterline and kind of smudged it out in the outer corners. I just felt like I was a little incomplete, so I wanted to pop on some eyeliner. I always do this where I put my hair to the front and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna show off my hair, and then I'm like, no, get it the fuck out of my face. Anyways, next we're going to move on to lips. So I decided on these two shades right here. These are the Liquid Catsuit, and it is the Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipstick. So, it says it combines the all-day comfort and shine of a gloss with a high pigmentation of a lipstick and infused with plant vitamins, blah, 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 blah. So I have the shade Send Nudes in my purse right now. It's just like a perfect, if you're familiar with Celebrity Skin from Jeffree Star, it's like that, but in a gloss form. I wore it all day yesterday. My lips are incredibly incredibly chapped. I've been traveling a lot and my lips are just like so angry at me. I need to drink a lot more water. So I wore it all day. It was super comfortable. It didn't settle into like the cracks in my lips. It really moisturized my lips. It wasn't sticky, but it was super, super pigmented. So I decided to go with a kind of mauve shade. This is the shade Mauve Girl. And then this is the shade Caught You Bare Naked, which is like the palest nude in existence, and I'm so excited about it. So I'm just gonna kind of try to rip open these little plastic sleeves. Okay, I got it. That was very dramatic, but I got it. So I think I'm gonna do this mostly with this kind of in the center, like kind of mix them. So these are super pigmented, as you can tell. I don't have like a smell really. We have the same applicator as the liquid Catsuits, obviously. Okay, you can leave it at that, but I want to make it a little bit more pale, so I'm gonna add a little bit of this. Ooh. Oh yes, oh my god. I feel like this will be a great one to just keep and pair with any of your like favorite lip liners that maybe are a little dark. Like I feel like this is like a really, really good one to pair with lip liners because it is so freaking pale by itself, but I really love it. Okay, you guys, and this is the completed look. I am so freaking excited about everything that Wet n Wild has come out with in 2019 so far. Like this line is on point from everything that I've tried, which I so far have tried one of everything now. Yeah, one of everything, and I really, really like it. I love these new liquid Catsuits. I am a really big fan of glossy lips, so like anything that's like glossy and comfortable and like doesn't like ball up in the center of my mouth gross, I'm down with. These like liquid glitters, do you guys see how freaking glittery and opaque they are? Like I just wish the color range was a little bit better. Like I don't know, I personally, some of y'all might really like the color range. I personally think the color range has some work to be done, but that's just like, again, my opinion. I'm really impressed. I also really, really like the foundation. It looks gorgeous and it stays really well. I'm obsessed with the loose highlights. They're some of my favorites. I mean, like, I get it that there are like 2 highlights, but even before I put on the other highlight, like, it's a poppin' freaking highlight. So I'm so freaking excited about this. Comment down below, let me know if you've tried anything, let me know what you're most excited to try, and then if you saw anything in here that like you want me to do a tutorial with, or like colors or anything like that. I still, you know, I'm probably gonna do a monochromatic red shimmery eye with this because it's me. What do you expect? So anyways, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I missed you all so much. I'm so excited to be back into filming. Please, again, please excuse any weird glitches with my camera. Please excuse me looking at my viewfinder. I love you guys so much, and I know you all will stick by me through the technical difficulties because you guys have for years already. Anyways, I love you all so freaking much, and I will see you in my next video.